I have to say, I was kind of shocked not to see Draymond Green when I turned on this game against the Nuggets, Warriors versus Nuggets, that he's not playing in this game. And he was actually ruled out as like a game time decision with allegedly lower back issues, which I find very laughable. Heading into this matchup with the Nuggets, Draymond was averaging an amazing 8.4 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 5.1 assists on 40% shooting from the field, 32% from three. As Charles Barkley would say, a triple single. That these stats are shitty all around, I would have to say. And Jokic heading into this matchup is having another MVP season, 28.6 points per game, 58% shooting from the field, 41 from three. 12.3 rebounds per game, 10.5 assists, and 1.4 steals. He's actually leading the league in rebounds and assists, which is like the first time in NBA history someone's leading the league in both those categories in the same season. So he's making history in that regard. And I have to say, I am disappointed that I wasn't able to see Draymond Green play this game. The reason I wanted to watch this game was mainly to see Jokic shit all over Draymond, embarrass him, have a game where he drops like 40 points, 20 rebounds, gets like nearly 20 assists, just goes off on him, humiliates him, embarrasses him. Because Jokic is one of the few players I feel Draymond can't get away with muscling around, can't out-muscle him, and his tactics of playing dirty, of holding, pushing, shoving, and grabbing just doesn't work. Simply because Jokic is physically stronger, is like built like a truck. He's like a bear in the paint, and his center of gravity is even stronger than Draymond's. So it doesn't work when he tries to do those things to get leverage. It always backfires when he plays against Jokic, which is always fun to watch to see him get humiliated by the Joker. So that really sucks. I was looking forward to seeing 2 to 3 hours of Jokic just give him an ass whooping. That would have been very enjoyable. But I had to say about Draymond, this is typical Draymond. Like, this guy does not want the smoke when the deck is not stacked in his favor. When he doesn't have the cards, he's the first to retreat and go into hiding. Like, he's like going into like witness protection. I would say that's what he does. Whenever his boy Curry's not there to protect him from humiliation, he does not want to play. And this shows it again. Like, if you're a true competitor, why wouldn't you want to play today against the best big man in the league and arguably the best player in the league? I thought you're about that smoke, Draymond, that you believe that you could stop anybody, but apparently we know you can't. That's why you're ducking Jokic. I don't believe for a second that Draymond has a serious injury. He just saw what this game would be, and he was just like, nah, I don't want to deal with the smoke. I don't want to deal with Joker humiliating me on national TV and just lighting up my ass. I think that was his decision. And it shows again to me, just like everybody else from his generation. I hate to say this because I'm a millennial. Granted, I'm an elder millennial, and that these guys don't like competition. They don't like to compete. They don't like to go against the best. They don't believe in that old saying, the iron sharpens iron, because they have a lot of ego and pride, and they just rather sit out than take the chance of getting humiliated. And I'm also calling out Draymond because this guy went after Karl Anthony Towns a month ago. I'm not a Knicks fan, by the way, so I'm objective about this. He was calling Cat soft and saying Cat doesn't want the smoke, and he got angry when Cat called him a front runner, saying that he's not a front runner and he never ducks the smoke. But this proves again that he's a liar. He's full of shit. He definitely ducks the smoke. He doesn't want to deal with a guy that can whoop his ass, a guy that he doesn't have a mental or physical edge against. And he knows that in the Joker. So he definitely avoided the smoke, and I'm not really surprised by it. I am frustrated because I really wanted to see him get his ass whooped, and this game is not really worth watching now as much as I like to watch the Joker, because the Warriors are a garbage team. This is like the G League versus a contending team right here. We know that the Nuggets are eventually going to win this game. Granted, they're down right now by 5, but The Nuggets, to me, probably didn't take this team seriously since they have Curry and Draymond and Butler and thought it would be a walk in the park. Sometimes these games are trap games, but I expect the Nuggets to eventually pull this out. But like I said, Draymond showing like always, this guy's a bitch. He's a front runner, and that's all I had to say about this.